We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
It's second down. Dalton looking. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go play action here on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Oh, and now he bowls it. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And there's a nice catch by Mike Gesicki, the rookie out of Penn State. And, partner, you saw him when you were covering Big Ten football. He didn't block very many people, but that's not what they asked him to do. They asked him to go downfield and catch the balls we just saw there.
Yeah, absolutely right, and he can do it with the best of them.
Yeah, and how about him in his high school video? Did you ever see any of that with him dunking basketballs and spiking volleyballs? His athletic ability is off the charts.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep here for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 20.
Again, Tannehill. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Nickel 49.
Second level, almost before.
Second down, Dalton. And that's incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Passing, it's Dalton. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Ballage. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the left side, this is Stills. And he's brought down. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. Tannehill on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go. 240. Right. Go. Hey, 20.
To throw on second down is Tannehill, escaping the pressure right. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, Tannehill going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Wilson. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down. First and 10 for Dalton.
Whenever we meet with coaches, and they always talk about wanting to establish.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Here you go, 368.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And facing a very tough 3rd and 19 here after both of those running plays went backwards. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And Eifert has it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Point after up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's complete to Parker, left side. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Here's Tannehill. Going deep here for Parker. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Hey, 20.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The return man is Grant. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Zero.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
They run it with Balazs. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run with Balaj. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And his pass incomplete. Stills the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Dalton, 1st and 10. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Suddenly,
it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Balaj. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll make it 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. Andy Dalton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now here come the Dolphins. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
368.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And Dalton to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Wilson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton, he drops it off for Bernard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the right side, caught by Green. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Dalton. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Lead. They go 368. They go 368.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Green with a catch left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Block.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. With Muhammad. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it under. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Over here. Degree 68.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll look to throw.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He's back to throw. Oh, the strength of Eifert. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Passing, it's Dalton, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. William Hayes in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
They go 368. They go 368.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.